things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wondered what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I have today. Except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today. From my home, cracked and broken asphalt everywhere. I could have ended up just like that broken road, with a dead end in my path. Thank the Lord that I've got more than that. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I won't forget the lessons that I don't deserve. Because one street over there's a life I could have known would have kept me from the one I love today.
Oh, good morning, Robertson County. This is 1100 WSG. I'm U-Turn Laverne. This is One Street Over. I hope you fared well in the storms last night. I had friends of mine call me at 9 o'clock last night. Are you okay? We heard that Springfield got hit, and I have not seen. I've got Patsi Gregory in the house. I've got Tracy Jones in the house, and Patsi is okay. And I just asked you that you're with the school nutrition, and exactly come on into that microphone and tell them exactly what your title is.
I am the supervisor of the school nutrition program.
So I'm very ADD, so it's like if I don't write it down. But and Tracy, what do you do exactly? Pull that microphone to you.
I'm the administrator assistant over school nutrition.
Okay, very good. And so, but you are local, right?
We are.
Did y'all see any storm damage on the way in?
No,
I didn't either.
I live out toward White House.
Okay,
and I live in Adams.
Yeah. So, and I live 2 miles from here, so most people know that. But I didn't see any. So, if you had anything particular, maybe throw it up in comments and let us know. And I was at the Madison Church of Christ last night, and Buck Dozier is one of our elders, and if you know that name, he was fire chief up in Nashville for a while, right? And so he made us all take, and we do Celebrate Recovery on Wednesday night at Madison, and he made us all take radio, so if it got bad, he wanted to send us home. So about 5 minutes before we finished, I want the building cleared in 5 minutes, and Buck Dozier's voice, and it's like, Buck says we gotta go. So we all hit the road, but we got several of us that live up here, and or up in, and so we're all texting each other, did you make it home? Did you make it home? Because it was scary, man, coming up that ridge, coming up through the ridge, and through the gateway to Robertson County. But coming up through there, it was just a little bit nasty out there. So I hope everybody made it home. Hope everybody's safe and your home's safe. And whew, it's supposed to be pretty here for a few days.
Yes.
Praise God, So, but now Dr. Causey, it takes me a minute to say hello. Everybody knows that. But Dr. Causey told me, he said, you've never had Patsi Gregory on, but now you said you've been in here before. Were you on with
Dick.
with Dick Veach?
Yes.
Okay.
Many times.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, see, many times. So I need to have you on.
You do.
Well,
Really
so
do.
well, and I mean, what kind of stuff did you guys talk with when you would come in and talk with Dick? Would he have you in just to kind of update what's going on for the year as the new school years would come around? Because it changes, I guess.
It does. He would have me come in before school started to
Okay.
just kind of give an overview, and then anytime anything major happened, he would have me come in.
So he would have gotten wind of the pizza, and he'd have been like, "Hey,
Well,
we got to
that's
talk
right.
pizza." So
That's it. So do
that's-
you want to know about pizza?
that's the talk right now, because Dr. Causey was in here and he was like, I stood in line for pizza and I didn't even get it because I had to go to my meeting. So what's up with this pizza now in the schools?
We have what is called Smart Mouth Pizza.
What in the world is that?
Well, it is an individual personal pan pizza that is cooked in our ovens on the conveyor belts, just like, I know, isn't that fancy?
Nice.
Just like you see in the restaurants.
Yeah.
It comes off the conveyor belt nice and hot. It has its own little box. We should have brought you a box.
Oh my goodness, I'm so
But
impressed.
It is, and the kids are so excited. But more than anything, I mean, all of our food has to meet certain nutritional standards. I mean, it is whole grain, low fat, low sugar, but it is good. The kids love it. I mean, you don't know it's healthy. That's what makes it so good.
That's so much fun.
It is.
That is so much fun. That is so much fun. And it's so funny because I've heard about this from several people. Now, where is it in all the schools? It's just, that's why I thought it's limited. So
is.
where do you have it?
We have started off in 4 of our high schools.
Okay.
Springfield
Okay.
High, Greenboro High, Joe Burns High, and East Robertson High.
Okay, because and those are the folks that talk. You know, the kids,
Well,
the
of course.
teenagers.
Well, of course.
You know, the teenagers are talking about their pizza, and so I just wanted to understand it because I know pizza questions, but so do they get to select what they want on it and then send it through? How does it work?
No, they don't.
Okay.
We have cheese pretty much
Okay.
every day,
Uh-huh.
and then we'll either have pepperoni, cheese and pepperoni, cheese and sausage. We can do different toppings. But
Okay.
we haven't gotten to the point yet where the kids get to pick. But
Okay.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, well, that's fun, and,
is
I
fun.
think it's so cute, and even Dr. Causey was super excited about it. So that's
Well,
so
we
much
all
fun.
are.
Yeah, that's neat. But okay, eventually you'll get yours, Dr. Causey. I don't guess he's had one yet. I don't know. He was in line for one. Maybe he has tried it. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's fun. Well, what else is going on? Because now I know that you guys will be feeding through the summer. My husband's working with the schools now, and of course the
That's what I
buses.
heard.
Yeah, we're talking about the buses running. How many routes will be running this summer,
Right.
and different things like that. And I'm stunned at what goes on in the summer when you think kids are off for school break. That's not the case. What's going to happen?
Well, see, and it's so funny. When I took the job, people would say, well, aren't you excited that you get off in the summers? And I'm going, no, I don't get off in the summers.
No.
I mean, really, right now, we are in the midst of finishing this school year.
Okay.
But we are already ordering and planning for our food for next year.
Oh, wow.
We get commodities from USDA, and we have already bought our commodities for next school year. I mean, I tell people we buy chickens and we have them processed into chicken entrees. We buy cows. And I know, see,
Really?
nobody
I
knows
mean,
what-
as you were sitting here talking about you buy commodities, I'm like, really?
Yes,
I mean, 'cause I'm a
really.
farm. I grew up on a farm, so I fully understand what you're talking
Yes.
about, and so I'm very surprised. I had no idea that you went. I just assumed you called Tyson up and said, I need this much, but no, you actually,
We
go
actually
through
go.
the whole
Yes.
purchase and processing. What's my best bang for my buck
That's
with
it.
how I'm going to turn these chickens into what I need. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And one of the stories I love, I came from Cadiz, Kentucky, very close to Fort Campbell.
I'm from Mayfield.
Are you from Mayfield? I have relatives in Mayfield.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
That's
from
crazy.
Graves County. Bowes
Yes.
is where I'm from. I'm from
Yeah.
a farm 10 minutes out of Mayfield.
That's crazy. Oh,
When
Western
Susie's-
Kentucky girls.
Yeah. And Kate is, and everybody says it wrong.
Yeah,
you know,
they
I'm
do.
just saying.
Yeah, they do.
It's Kate is. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
Well, let's see. Now I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so we were talking about how that I was so surprised about the commodities part of it, and how that yes, and that's
I'm
where we were
close-
going. Yeah,
I was close to Fort Campbell.
Right.
So if you were really lucky in the summer in college, you got to work at Fort Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked there 2 summers, and I was well familiar with the term DOD, Department of Defense.
Mm-hmm.
So in June, before I took the job in July, the supervisor then started sending me emails so I could be familiar with what was going on. And it was talking about DOD. And so the next meeting I had with, her name was Judy Fentress, I said, Judy, I said, I know DOD, that's Department of Defense, but what does that have to do with school nutrition? And she said, we get food from the Department of Defense. And I said, are you kidding me? And see, most people have no clue. But some of our commodity money we can put into what's called the DOD program, and we have secure logins with the Department of Defense, and we can buy our fruit and vegetables, fresh fruit and vegetables, directly from the Department of Defense, and it's part of how the government is helping the farmers. I mean, they go contract with the farmers to get the contracts for the fruits and vegetables, and then we get to buy it at a reduced cost. So it's a phenomenal program.
I am stunned. I had no idea. When Dr. Causey said, yeah, you got to get Patsy in there, I thought we were going to talk about what's the plan for lunch next year? What's it going to cost? I had no idea. Now, I work with, we are a Second Harvest food distributor at the church where I work. I work in the Benevolent Center. So I'm very used to, getting USDA food and all that's involved with that.
Right.
Had no idea that that's part of the Department of Defense, but it makes sense that the Department of Defense would have something to do, because what could be more critical to a nation than not being able to feed your people?
That's right.
That's
absolutely right.
Interesting. And Ace is chiming in here. Very interesting. Yes, it is, darling. You better get in here, Ace Timmermeier. So anyway, but that is fascinating to me.
Right.
So,
but back to your question, what goes on in the summer? I mean, in the summer, we're still finalizing those connections to get the food. And then we are developing menus for the whole next year.
So would that be, Tracy, we'll say hello here a little bit better. Would that be kind of where you come into, or are you just basically at her beck and call? As the administrative, or you're administrative assistant, right?
Correct.
And so it's like whatever Patsy says, you do, right? Or do you have some set positions,
Well, I
set jobs?
have certain jobs. I'm kind of like the HR of
Gotcha.
school nutrition. I help do the hiring process, the interviews and things like that, the reimbursements for the month and that kind of thing, and also all the paperwork that goes in with the end of the month reimbursements and things like that, payroll as well.
Okay, well, it sounds like she's
busy.
She's very busy. I was going to say, when does she have time to assist you? Because she's got her whole little list of things, but I'm just teasing you. But, well, that's wonderful. And I had no idea. I mean, I guess knowing how many students you feed, tell people how many students you feed. Do you have the number?
I do.
I figured you did.
I do. I mean, our average for this year is at lunch we're doing 7,400, and at breakfast every day we do around 4,500 kids.
That's crazy.
So right now, I mean, we're getting ready to feed kids.
That's just it. And Dr. Causey gave me that number one time, and I was like, what? You just don't even think about it. That's an enormous. Have you ever been to, Old Charlie's at lunch and see him try to feed maybe a couple hundred? Are you kidding me? Seriously. I mean, if you've been to a restaurant and seen what, I mean, it is a well-oiled machine, isn't it?
It is.
That's fabulous. And I hear it's good food that everybody wants, and everybody wants a smart pizza now.
Yeah, they do.
So very good. I love this, but this is just fascinating. I had no idea. So, are you concerned about supply chain issues? That's something is I'm going to purchase. See, she knows. She's like, oh, you didn't just ask that. Because I buy the stuff for Meals on Wheels. I buy a lot of it. And one of my packaging is something that I'm having a difficult time with right now is my packaging. And there's some things I just can no longer get. And I have to just use something else. So where are you guys as far as the supply issues?
We're in the same situation that you're in and everybody else is in. And I guess the hard thing for us, we did not see it coming at the beginning of the school year, and you probably, it just kind of happened before people realized what was going on.
I kind of saw it coming. I'll just say, being from a farm family, we were kind of watching the prices that the farmers. We've kind of seen it coming in that regard. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
The major problem we are having, like you said, is with the packaging. We have some of our schools. About half of our schools have dish machines that we use. The others, for several different reasons, don't. So those schools rely on the disposable trays. And that's what we first started having trouble getting. And even today, we cannot get the flat disposable trays. We get what they call the clam shells, and it's the fold over. But where we are right now and have been this whole school year, we're cutting them in half. So,
oh, really?
Yes.
Because, see, I have not been able, at the end of last year, probably, it was in the fall, we started seeing that we were going to have a hard time getting them. And so I bought what I could and stored them. And so we haven't really hit a time where I couldn't get something that I could make work. But I hadn't even thought about taking them and cutting them in half and using them to serve that way.
That's what
a great idea.
Nutrition programs are doing.
But that's amazing. That is amazing. So can y'all get the ones with sections or just the open clamshell containers?
Our clamshells have sections on the bottom and they're
the top
open on the top.
Yeah.
So we pick and choose if we have vegetables that need to be in the little compartments, we use the bottom of the tray. If we have the pre-packaged,
this sounds very familiar because it's the same thing with us in doing Meals on Wheels.
Right. It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Because I take my cold meal packs now and I put them in the open without the sections because everything's individual packed. Yes. But then trying to get the little cups that are the right size to put stuff in. People have no idea. It has been crazy trying to find just your containers to put things in. I speak your language for sure.
Anybody in food service does.
Yeah, absolutely. And so are you pre-buying like we have done? Because I'm pre-buying and storing what I can. So is that basically what you're having to do as well?
It is. USDA has always been very strict about we have a bid and we have to purchase off that bid. But really even in September, they started relaxing their rules and saying if we needed to go off bid to get items. And we are we're blessed in a lot of ways. We're blessed in that we have warehouse space. I don't know if you've been to our office.
I have not.
Well, I
need to come.
You really do.
And Dr. Causey has told me that.
But right now we have an open area that is a warehouse area. And if you went there now, it is absolutely full of disposable items that we're using. And I said we're blessed in several different ways. We have that space. We also have a director of schools, Dr. Causey, who understands, he understands the program. His heart is for taking care of these kids in every aspect, but in feeding the kids. And when I go in there, and at one point I said, Dr. Causey, I have found a trailer truck full of disposable trays. Can I buy them? And he's going, sure.
Yeah.
So
gotta do it. Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
We have done what we've had to do this whole year.
That's amazing. And it's just, good Lord just provides. He just gets it done.
He really does.
He really does. And we see that all the time. And I saw Ace's name on here. She's always telling me stories about something that they're in need of. And then all of a sudden it just shows up exactly the way they needed it. And maybe then even a little above and beyond. And I'm so sorry. My phone is ringing. I cannot believe that. I usually mute that thing. But anyway, and my children know I'm on the air. That was one of my sons. I'm like, seriously, son, are you seriously calling me in the middle of the radio show? But anyway,
Maybe he wanted to tell you how good school lunch is.
that's it. He's wanting to talk about that. Well, and they've got kiddos that are coming up and going to be going to school. And so it's so funny because everything that's old is new again, because you figure I raised 4 boys and now my grandkids are starting to, it's just you have these same things that you think, oh, I don't care anything about school lunches. Well, you got grandkids, you got kids, you got nieces, nephews.
That's right.
You got anybody that's working in the school system, and so it touches all of us. And so, what is there anything particular you need from the community? Is there any message you need to get out? What would you say?
Well, I was going to say I got in my office. We have other administrative assistants that do, as you've already figured out, this is a big business. I mean,
Right.
It really, really is. But I brought Tracy with me because we're gearing up for summer feeding. You've already mentioned that.
Oh, yes.
We are gearing up for next year with food, and we want to start out with plenty of labor. So, I mean, what we need right now are people that want to work for school nutrition.
So you need workers. I mean, this is not volunteers.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
hiring.
Yeah, we
Yes,
are hiring.
ma'am. We are hiring
I
across
gotcha.
the board. And there are opportunities for everyone, and a lot of people think it's a job, but actually it can become a career, and that's what we like to say. We like to hire to retire. We know that sometimes you have to use jobs as a stepping stone, but we want people to come to us and actually build a career with us. We do like to try to hire within, but we also like to bring in those new people that's wanting to, these moms and dads that maybe kids have been home and now they're going off to school. It's a perfect schedule for that. It has great benefits, especially for parents or grandparents raising children, but also no nights, no weekends, no holidays, set schedules. And we also offer year-round pay. So, a lot of people's like, well, I can't afford to be off, for all the breaks the schools have nowadays. Spring break, Christmas break, summer break. But we offer that year-round pay to where you get paid still. You get paid to be off with your kids during spring break, fall break, Christmas break, and things like that. We also appreciate our employees, and so we like people that like to come to work and work hard, and so we offer other things like perfect attendance bonuses or incentives. And so say you start this summer and school starts in August and you don't miss until fall break, we will give them an extra $50 for every quarter like that, extra on their check for not missing. And that includes, fall break to Christmas break, another $50. Christmas break to spring break, another $50. And they can earn up to $200 extra for coming to work.
That's amazing.
And then last year we actually had 4 people that did not miss a single day, and so they earned that $200. And so if they did not miss a day, we gave them another $200 to add to that for coming to work. Another benefit, and it has saved me a ton of money, is if you're working, you get free breakfast and free lunch. That adds up.
You better believe it does.
That adds up. So
And you
that
can
is,
even get a smart mouth pizza.
yes.
There you go.
And let me tell you, they're good.
There you go. I love it. I love it. I love it. And see, and this is something that, as I've been talking to Dr. Causey, to my husband that's with the transportation department now, and different ones in the schools, I had no idea the quality of the jobs, the benefits of the jobs, the flexibility that is available through these jobs, folks. Man, this is something you really need. I'm guessing y'all were at the job fair the other day.
We
Yes,
were.
I think I saw you there.
Probably.
Because I was
'cause she
there.
was there.
Yeah, I was pretty sure I saw you there and just had never met you. But this is something that get on the website. Are your jobs listed at Robeson County Schools? Or
Yes,
your
ma'am. Yes,
jobs
ma'am.
are
Under
listed
school
there?
nutrition.
Under school nutrition. About how many positions are you looking for right now? Do you have a guess on that? How many do you need to hire?
10.
Yeah,
About 10? Wow.
10
Okay.
at least. And then
Yeah.
we are all, we also have part-time, full-time assistant managers, and that's how you grow and build that career.
Right.
Yes,
As you
ma'am.
come in and you get inside the door, and then
Yes,
you
ma'am.
learn the process and you learn the way things work, and that's how you work your way up.
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, this is it's a good career path. If you are looking out there, I keep talking about my friend who called me the other day and said, "Do you know anybody that's hiring?" And I just laughed. I said, "Everybody," and I pointed them to Robertson County Schools.
Yes.
I've pointed several to Robertson County Schools because there's just so many different opportunities. I'm looking at possibly going to work for Robertson County Schools. I've got some. I'm looking into the embedded teaching program if it's going to be available and all that. And I don't know what I'm going to do, just wherever the good Lord leads me. But it's just I've been so impressed with my husband's exposure and the benefits and all of that. So I mean, it's a good career path, guys. Something that you definitely need to look into. So what type of jobs would they be doing? See, people talk about. You say, are they going to be in? We think about the lady that worked in the cafeteria, okay, whenever we were growing up.
The lunch lady.
The lunch lady. You need lunch ladies and lunch guys and things like that, but you're talking about, do you have administrative type positions open in the administrative office? Do you have some office jobs right now, or is it pretty much...
We do have a part-time field manager position open.
Okay.
And Miss Patsy can kind of tell you more about that position and exactly what it entails.
Yeah, what's a field manager? What do they do?
They manage more than one school.
Ah,
And not really.
I gotcha.
We have our day-to-day managers. They're kind of a supervisor that goes around to the different schools just to help out when they need help, make sure everything's being done correctly. Our field manager right now is Robert Swider, and in the labor market, and anybody again that's familiar with where we are in food and or labor, it's not necessarily a problem with having enough workers. It's a problem with having workers that come to work. And so
that show up.
yes.
Yeah.
So Robert has not been able to really do his job this whole year because right now we have a manager that's out on long-term leave.
I know when you get on closer to the microphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so he's working. He is the on-site manager in a
Okay.
school and has been all year.
Okay, so you just need some extra help with that.
Yes.
And before we run out of time, too, I want to ask about the Feed 10 Kids, and I forget the name of the program that that feeds the kids in the summer. Are y'all affiliated with that? Because it's like the nonprofit that. Can you tell me?
10, what is the name of it? 10 kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 kids.
10 kids are
Yes,
going to kill me.
Right.
Because I got to have them on, but and I need to. But how
No,
how
we
do
are two
do y'all work together in some way
Well,
at all?
we're two separate programs.
Okay.
But yes, we work together.
Okay.
Donnie King
Yeah.
is the one that I think is the main
Yeah, because he
face
was
with that.
he
Yes.
is he was in Robertson County Players the other night. If you
Yes.
saw that, he
Yes,
was
yes.
an angry juror. He didn't we didn't like you, Donnie. I'm just saying we didn't like you in that. But he mentioned to me that, and so when Dr. Causey, because he was like, "Hey, we got to come on and talk about the 10 Kids program this summer," and then when Dr. Causey mentioned you, I was trying to kind of understand how they both work together.
Right. We really
So-
are. I mean, we're called the School Nutrition Program, and our number one priority is to feed in the schools.
Right.
So if that
Okay.
feeding is during the regular school year, during learning camps in the summer, that's where we come in. Mr. King and 10 Kids, they go out in the community.
Okay.
So
Okay.
two different programs, two different areas of the state.
Right.
But we do work together.
Well, and they're a volunteer
Correct.
organization
Yes.
and a nonprofit. Okay, I'll get Donnie in here and get him to talk about it because he mentioned it to me the other day, and so I was just trying to kind of, because as we're listening to this, we think, okay, is that part of that? And it's like they're two separate ones, but of course you work together.
Right.
Right, just like United Way just walked in, and they help in all these different ways,
Right.
and you have all these different things that
Right.
come in. What are we missing here? Anything? We've been talking all over the place, and I apologize. I tend to chase a lot of rabbits.
I've
But
enjoyed it.
What are we missing? Anything we're missing that y'all want to cover before we wrap up your time? So, because we've got a couple of minutes. We got a couple of minutes left here.
I mean, I just want to say very much I appreciate you letting us come.
Absolutely.
I would love to come back.
Absolutely.
And just keep you up to date with everything going on.
Okay.
Our menus change. We start the year with one menu. After fall break, we go into kind of a winter menu where we have heavier items to
stick
get
to the
our
ribs.
Yeah, that's it. Because our kids go home sometimes to cold. Well, they ride a cold bus if nothing else.
Yeah.
But then this time of year, we're looking at adding on salads and lighter things. So there's always something exciting going on in our program.
I see. And you just don't think about that much thought going into it, but that much thought goes into it and that much planning, and even the Department of Defense is involved in our food.
That's right.
Who knew? Who knew? That is fascinating. Very good. Anything that you want to...
Yes.
Yeah.
I get asked a lot, well, I've never worked in the food industry, or I don't have food nutrition experience. What can I do?
Okay.
Just contact us, contact me. You can email me at tracy.jones, that's tracy.jones at rcstn.net, or call for me 615-384-5588, and I will tell you exactly how, without any kind of nutrition experience, how to get your foot in that door, because we all have to be given a chance. We all have to start off somewhere.
And I'm going to get you to give the phone number and email one more time, because you got to do it always twice, because somebody's trying to write it down. They're like, what did she say? We're going to do it again. So give them that contact info again.
So the phone number is 615-384-5588. You will have to ask for me, Tracy Jones.
Okay.
And then, or you can email me at tracy.jones@rcstn.net.
I love it. Awesome. So good information, guys. And if you're looking for a job, Robinson County Schools, man, check it out. There are some great opportunities. Thank y'all so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day and enjoy this. It's supposed to be pretty today, I think. So yay, no more rain.
The sun is coming out.
God bless y'all. I'll let y'all switch and let Ace and Brian slide on in here while I take a quick break. But thank you for joining us. This is 1100 WSGI, and we'll be back with more of the show in just a moment. We need to re-elect our judge, Judge Joel Perry, on May 3rd. He has worked to keep our community safe for the last 25 years, first as assistant district attorney, and then for the last 7 years as general sessions judge. Joel was instrumental in establishing the Recovery Court, which has given many the opportunity to turn their lives around and lead a successful drug and alcohol-free life. Joel is also fiscally responsible. So far, he has returned over $500,000 to the county from the court's budget. He adopted a docketing system that reduces the amount of time officers spend in court, saving thousands of dollars in department overtime. Joel understands that the court's job is to keep our community safe and to hold those who are found guilty accountable for their actions. At the same time, he recognizes that the court can help redirect an individual's path in life, thus strengthening families and making Robertson County a better place to live, to work, and to raise a family. Join me in re-electing our judge, Judge Joel Perry, May 3rd. Early voting, April 13th through April 28th. For more information, visit joelforjudge.com. Paid for by Joel for Judge, Irvin Brown, Treasurer. And we're going to talk for a minute, too, about my friends Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team. What are you doing in the real estate market? Are you buying, selling? Do you want to be a part of a real estate team? Do you want to, get a new career? I've got friends. I've got several friends. I'm not going to start listing them that have just recently become realtors, and they are working to do a new career path. If that's you, you're thinking, man, this is a great time. I could sell a couple of houses, make a little extra money, and want to learn more about it, and it might even be a permanent career change for you. Well, Exit Realty Garden Gate team, they'd love to talk to you about that. And Barry and Rebecca Richards are great folks to train you and get you acclimated to the process. Rebecca's been at this a long time, one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist. Barry is a marketer. Cannot say enough about how important a marketer is in buying and selling real estate. People need to know what you got, or they won't give you top dollar for it. So people have got to know that your property is available. And he is a professional at that. He is a specialist at that, was a vice president of a marketing company for many years, went full-time with real estate a few years ago. And you can reach out to them at sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy.robertsoncounty.com. They specialize in Robertson County products, but also are properties, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state lineup in Kentucky. Sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy.robertsoncounty.com. That's how you connect with them. Always please tell them that U-Turn sent you. Well, I had Brian all by himself last week. Now I got Ace all by herself this week.
That's
just
right.
the girls.
That's
so,
right.
But so glad to see you.
Good to see you too.
What's going
missed
on?
being here last week, but I had a leadership Middle Tennessee. We're a little off. Usually it happens on the third Thursday, but anyways, it was great. We were in Murray County and took away a few great little nuggets that I hope that we can implement here in Robertson County. So that's the whole purpose of that program. But anyways, I wanted to start this morning with the hero of the week because I think it's very timely coming off of the kind of the conversation we were just talking about. But our hero of the week are our election friends, our friends who are running the election, the volunteers that are there, the staff. This is like you said in the ad, April 13th, that was yesterday, is the early voting started for the primary election. So that's a Republican primary. Encourage you guys to go out and vote. I think they said they had 141 turn out to vote yesterday. They expected some low numbers, but just know that they've got a lot of people who are going to be rushing in either on the front end, on the back end at some point. And so give them a little love, give them a little grace, and grateful to have them. And like we were talking earlier or just a minute ago, this is going to be a double dose of it, right? So they've got the primary now, and then again we'll have the election in August. So they've got a lot on their plate this year for sure.
There you go.
In Robertson County.
Heroes of the week are the ones folks in heaven, and they're all going, yeah, Laverne, you did it. No, you had something to do. Well,
no, it's true. I was thinking about it on the way in. I'm like, it's got to be it. So
yeah, that's a very good idea. And again, I'm not even going to go there. Let's just not even go there. I'm not even going to get into all that right now. I'm just ready for this election to be over.
Yeah, heard that.
Anyway, all right. So what are we going to talk about? Let's
let's jump
on.
right in.
Yeah.
So we had our Robertson County Health Council meeting. That's kind of what I want to focus on. That happened yesterday. Lots of good information talked about, but I did want to start. I brought you a poster for our first Friday night markets as we're kicking off, and we got some postcards as well. These are if you wanted to put them out at your church. As I was taking these around to the businesses around the square, so we've done a good job of kind of marketing or promoting this event in kind of like our little circle, right?
Yeah.
So in Springfield, and it is an event that happens in Springfield, but I've really tried hard actually since I'm with the girl that works at Southside. She actually lives in Adairville, and I said, well, here, you need a poster, you need some postcards, take them up to your place. So we really want to share this fun event, obviously with our community. We want to see as many from Springfield and Robertson County that are able to come out and join us each month. Right. But we also want to share that with as many people as possible because we want to show off our city. We want to show off our community. We've got something really special. So
I'll find it. So I'll take these to Messenger of Christ, and I'll be like, "Hey, come see my town." I tell people about my city all the time, and it's just up the street. Yeah. I mean, it really is straight up Highway 41. You're here. And also, I absolutely
people try
take
for
these.
Less. Let's say
you better believe it. I will absolutely take these with me
but
and
of course,
share them.
It's the first Friday of every single month, starting May, and it runs through October. We are grateful for the partnership that we've had with the city of Springfield to bring the free music, the free entertainment is what we like to call it. Kicking off May 6th with the Fortunate Sons. That's a good time.
They're
That's Buzzy
so good.
Poole, Dwayne Beller. I mean, they always bring a good crowd and lots of fun. So come on down. We've got lots of great vendors. Got a lot of new vendors this year. Of course, some returning ones as well. But just excited to get that kicked off. That's happening in the next couple weeks. Now it feels early, but we want to make sure that everybody starts making their plans for those first Friday night markets.
And we're going to pray the clear weather right now. We hope we've just gotten all the storms behind us.
Exactly.
Did you see any storm damage on your way in? Because I had friends call me.
There were some limbs down in the road, but no, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, because I had friends call me last night at 9 o'clock. Are you okay? And they thought, because I haven't seen where it hit anywhere particularly.
Springfield, I think, in the proper, my husband was traveling home after we did, and he said it was really bad. Like, it was super windy and crazy on the road. And I'm like, well, it's really not been that bad here at our house. So we actually it was just kind of windy.
Yeah. So hopefully,
much.
again, just hope everybody, had fared the storms well. And let's, again, just start praying in that good weather for our first Friday night market.
Yes.
Because we're all ready to get out and mingle and have some fun. So very good.
And so from that, we so the Roberts County Health Council met yesterday. That's our group. This is our second month back in person, and I meant to share this yesterday, but got a great group of. It's wonderful to see people again. We haven't met as a health council for in person for quite some time, but we had a great group on our virtual platform. We meet at the Highland Crest Community College, and then we also had a great group in the room, and I got a picture of it because it just makes my heart happy to see all of these health and wellness providers that are serving the community. Mayor Vogel joined us. He is what we consider ex officio membership since he is county leadership. But it's wonderful to talk about the work that we're able to do. This is it's an advisory board of sorts. It is a membership-based council, but just kind of referencing that term board kind of helps you to understand. We vote on minutes, and we vote on members, and we actually heard from an individual from the state who came. Excuse me. And she was talking about, so we're in the process of implementing a community health needs assessment in partnership with the health department, and hopefully TriStar Northcrest can get on board with us as well. And of course the Prevention Coalition, so that we can kind of hit on all those topics. But she was talking about, the purpose of a health council, and I've been doing this for a long time. So not that you lose sight, but you just have to refocus. And what a health council is intended to do, and they're health councils that are supported by the State Department of Health. So we have our person is Shirley Corker. But the intention is, and somewhere that I feel like we could probably do a little bit better of a job on, is health and well-being policy within our community. And so that's something I think that, we're going to try to refocus as we launched a strategic plan in 2021. That'll take us through 23. And so that'll be perfect timing when we, do our community health needs assessment and then try to realign where our goals are. So we're excited to kind of take another look at that and see where we can make those improvements. What are some strategic areas that we can focus on? Is it youth obesity, right? So what are we doing to ensure that we're offering great activities, health and wellness activities, and supporting that? So anyways, just it was a good meeting yesterday. Good to be back in person. Good to hear, we had a CASA of Robertson County come out and talk about Child Abuse Prevention Month. I say awareness and prevention because I think it's important for us to not close our eyes to that, but then also heard from our person at the state that's going to help us with our community health needs assessment. So anyways,
is this
great.
that month? Is this the
April is Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month.
We need to get CASA in here then.
Yes, they're doing the pinwheels. Okay. They've actually got a virtual pinwheel garden. Usually they have a big ceremony. It's typically the first week in April. They plant the pinwheels. Right. Typically it's the number of cases that they've seen or children that they've been able to help, and that's how many pinwheels they've put out. But typically it only lasts just like a couple hours, and it gets blown everywhere, and then it's just kind of a mess. And so this year, Leah, the executive director, and Tiffany Thompson, the advocate supervisor, made the decision to do a virtual pinwheel garden. So they're going around and they're you're having teams from different businesses and different groups around the community taking pictures with pinwheels, and they're posting it on their social media, just so that there's somebody every single day. That's
wonderful.
Yes, it's great. So they've had a good time promoting that, and
I bet I saw her in Dollar Tree because I saw somebody walking out with a bunch of pinwheels one day, and I was like, "What are you doing with all those?" It's probably her.
Sure, it's probably her.
Probably that is so funny. Well, I'm so, and I didn't realize that this was the month for it, so I need to, because they would have it there on the Court Square.
Yes,
right. They've had it there before.
Yes, hey,
I've noticed
I'm going to ask if she wants to come. Trying to think. I think next week I can let her have my slot, unless you've got an opening somewhere else.
I might have something the very last week of April, but I'm pretty full until the last. So if she wants to slide in here,
at 7:30.
If you don't mind doing that'd be good, because I would like to not wait till the last minute here, and I hate to haven't already had them on, but I just didn't want to wear.
And they need to get you with your pinwheels.
Absolutely, I would love to do that. Absolutely, bring the pinwheels in, and we'll do something with them for sure. Awesome. I love that, and so very good. And we'll see if we can't get CASA in here then next week.
Absolutely,
awesome.
So
what else you got for us
on that before we shift? I did just kind of want to share. So Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth, we have Susan Cope as our representative. She participates in our health councils. She always sends out really good resources as it relates to children, obviously children and youth, because of her position and what she represents. But I had sent this out in an email at the beginning of the month because I think it's really important. You know, everyone in our community, regardless of what you do, is considered a mandatory reporter for suspected child abuse. That can feel kind of intimidating, and it can feel kind of scary. So there's actually a training that's available. It's completely free. It is available online, but there's a Tennessee Citizens Review panel. There are other agencies that also help to support this, but they have it's an online Tennessee mandated reporter training, which is managed by the Department of Children's Services and developed by the CRP. So that's the Citizen Review panels. It's available online, again, totally free, English and Spanish. I encourage you to take, you can Google it, and you can say mandated reporter training, free gosh, I can't get my words out, free mandated reporter training, Tennessee, and it should pull right up. And if not, reach out to me. But I think it's a good opportunity to educate yourself. What's the first step you should do? What are some signs? It can ease your mind on things if you're kind of catching my drift.
Well, and
honestly,
honestly,
afraid. You're like, should I should I actually be calling? Should I, you want to know what you're doing.
I know particularly that somebody that called you that's working with kids now that had some questions along these lines. And I think you probably know what I'm talking about, but I do. You do. And it's just, if you're around kiddos, these are the kinds of things you need to be aware of, but you need to be properly trained so you don't overreact or underreact. More importantly, underreact. But of course, you don't want to overreact to a situation that's innocent, but you have to. You have to be aware of this stuff. But
I think it's great that that's offered in both English and Spanish.
Absolutely.
And it's free. It's something anyway, it's just in light of Child Abuse Prevention and Awareness Month, I think it was a great opportunity to talk about it. So
absolutely.
Again, we've got that. I've shared that out via email, but if you had any questions or couldn't find it, I'm not sure how you could find it because I stumbled through my words, but
you did it twice.
I know I did it twice, but anyways,
absolutely. Let's go ahead and pause. Let's take my last break, then we'll come back. I think I see some stuff about Recovery Court coming up there, and I'll just kind of tease this next Wednesday, 7 to 7:30. Judge Perry and Althea, and they're all going to be Megan and Althea. They're all going to be in here for something with Recovery Court. So just get ready for that, and just kind of to tease it. And if you don't have this on your calendar next Thursday, get it on your calendar. I have been to the last 2 or 3, and it's just the most special thing. And I try to keep it on my calendar now because you won't regret going. You just won't regret going. But I'll tease that, and then we're going to pause, and I'm going to talk about Corbin Creek Greenhouse, gifts and gardening store. You won't regret stopping by and seeing them because they're so much fun. I just love sitting and talking to them and learning stuff about my garden, about the things that I'm not really my garden, but my garden area in my yard. I kind of quit the whole vegetable garden thing. I may pick it back up and do some raised beds, but if I decide to do that, I'm going and talking to Amy first and foremost about what will grow where, what the lighting is, things like that. And they have a garden that they're going to have produce available. So as soon as you maybe talk to her and say, what's your schedule of when you think you're going to have this available and that? And a couple of times last year, I called her and wanted green beans or tomatoes, and I just went by and she had them in a bag ready for me. Just real convenient. But that's all the kinds of stuff that they have going on at Corbin Creek. And of course, they are your CBD source. I'm gimping around really bad with an arthritic knee right now. And I can't tell you enough about how much the CBD, I've taken a little bit extra because I'm having a little bit of irritation from Artie. He's a big old beast. But that overall arthritic pain that I used to have, I don't have anymore. And it's because I've been using CBD now for a couple of years, and I guess it's kind of built up in my system, and that overall just kind of arthritic ache, I don't see anymore. My mother used to talk about how that my grandmother used to always take a hot tub bath every day just to kind of help her with that arthritic ache and pain. And it's something, if you have arthritis, you know what I'm talking about. And I don't like taking medicines or anything. And this is something natural. It's from Robertson County. The plants that are processed into the CBD they sell are grown right here. So I just like that. I like the way that feels, and I like that it's natural. And the salve is really good for bug bites too. Ron's not here, so we won't get into all of that, but it's good stuff. Any questions you might have, go and see them. Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardening Center. Monday through Saturday, they're open 9 to 5. Sunday from 1 to 5, 615-3845. 615-384-3185, 615-384-3185, 4920 Highway 161, and Customer Appreciation Days, May 7th. Put that on your calendar as well. This is 1100 WSGI. This is Ace Timmermeier. And looks like on the next party, are you going to go to the recovery court, or do you want to talk about something else first?
Well, this was all of what we covered. And
Okay.
so did want to go ahead and kind of talk about that. But I will say also, just a little plug, May 7th is also our Kiwanis Club annual pancake day. So it's $5, all you can eat pancakes. We've got Mr. Perry School of Rock. Their children are going to be performing for about 2 hours on the west court side of the courthouse right there. And then we'll have inflatables as well. It will be a great time. It's on the square. It came back last year to the square. I think this is kind of where we're going to stay, is outside in the community, because it feels really good to be out there. And anyway, everybody enjoyed it. So you said May 7th. I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I believe first pancakes go out at 7 and last pancakes go out at 11. So come down. We got pancakes and sausage and juice and coffee and all the toppings. So it'll be a really fun time.
I take mandolin from Mr. Perry, and so he's been talking about the kiddos coming in.
It's going to be so exciting.
I just love those kids, and I've gotten to know a few of the youngins that come in that kind of take lessons at the same time I do, or right behind me.
That's awesome.
Oh, they're fun. They're just fun.
So
I just
fun.
love what they do there.
I love what
so
they're
much fun
cultivating in the children, for sure.
I do too. I mean, just the idea, and I don't know if they have any availability still left for their summer camps, but you might want to reach out to them. And they had to change the name. It's Mr. Perry's Music, because they got slapped for
School
the
of Rock.
Yeah. So it's
Gotcha.
Mr. Perry's Music. I'll go ahead and sign change, but it's still doing what he's doing. It's just whoops, So yeah, it's that's fine. But the School of Rock thing is apparently, I don't know, like a franchise or something, and so they're like, no, you can't do that.
fair.
So
We
that's
understand.
okay. Yeah, absolutely. But Mr. Perry's Music, and it's a band thing. See, there's the new logo.
I love
Rock,
it.
I love it. So we got a new logo, and we'll be
beautiful.
talking about that. But again, that's all good. It's all good. It's all the same
all
thing.
good. That's right.
But yeah,
I'm
reach
not
out
going
to
to
him.
promote it like that. I'm be sure.
But it's Mr. Perry's Music.
Music, Mr. Perry's
A
Music.
band
Got it.
thing. It's a band thing
Got
at
it.
Mr. Perry's Music.
I got it.
There you go.
Okay, so moving right along. Next Thursday, we have the Robertson County Recovery Court graduation. That is on Thursday, April 21st. It starts at noon. It is at the Civic Center here in Springfield, 401 North Main Street. And you've kind of already said this, but if you have never been, I remember somebody telling me that where they said, "Hey, I want to invite you to Recovery Court graduation." This is when it was still happening in the courtroom at next to the jail. Great place to be if you're, trying to recover. But regardless, I went and I thought, I didn't know what I was getting into. I'm going to be honest. I attended, but they said, I promise you, if you go one time, you'll want to keep coming back. And they were not wrong. I've not missed one since. It's an incredible experience. You can hear the stories of what these individuals have been through, and you have to work hard to get to graduation. I mean, this is no piece of cake. It's not offered to everyone. They have to be ready. They have to be willing. They have to be ready to, skin in the game. So, anyway, it's an amazing experience. I encourage you, like you've said and shared, come, enjoy it. If you don't want to come every time, that's okay too. But we just encourage you to come and experience it at least once and see the wonderful work that they're doing. And I won't spoil it because I want you to come to graduation, but I'll just say, the amount of money that can be saved when you're keeping these people, from making that stumbling block mistake again, it's an incredible thing for our community. So again, I don't want to spoil it. I want you to come. I want you to come and experience it yourself. You'll hear Judge Perry and Megan and Althea talking about the impact that it has on our community, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed.
It's at the center.
Yes, at the center, 401 North Main Street. That's the Springfield Civic Center. So come on down. Grateful that the city of Springfield has been willing to partner with Recovery Court. I think this is our third or fourth graduation. I can't remember, at the center. Again, they had it at the same place where they were potentially given their charges. So at one point in time, so it's great to see that brought outside, because it's a refresh, it's a restart, and it's a new them. So anyway, so again, next Thursday, April 21st, noon, at the center. Encourage you to come.
Absolutely. Can't say
Encourage you
enough.
to
You
come.
you will love it, and like you said, you don't be like, well, I've got to go all the time. No, go this time, and you're gonna want to
you
go
can,
back.
you're gonna want to
You're
go
gonna
back.
want to
Yeah,
go
you're
back.
gonna
That's all there
wanna
is
come
to it.
back.
So,
Yeah,
but yeah, join us there, and I'll see y'all there for sure.
Absolutely.
So what else you got for
United
me?
Ministries is hosting a drive-through food pantry. This is their, they do it twice a year. So it's on Friday, April the 29th. We'll give out the first boxes of food at 9 a.m. and then while supplies last until 11. It's at the Willow Street parking lot, which is right next door to Springfield Baptist Church, excuse me. They're located at 400 North Main Street. If you can find Springfield Baptist, you can find us. You'll see the line of cars. But it's a great opportunity. You do need to bring an ID with you. But they'll make sure that you walk away with some food.
Okay.
I've seen the volunteers go up to the ministries and get out from the community side of the pantry, which is where they have donated food. So if you need something, you come on down. We'll be excited to see if you wanted to come and volunteer with us. Make sure you give United Ministries a call. They're open Monday through Thursday, 10 to 1:30. But their phone number is 615-384-8306. Again, 615-384-8306. If you've got some free time on that Friday morning, we'd love to see you down there.
Very good. And
Nice.
it's a good place, too, to start finding out about resources and things like that for your family.
Absolutely.
Just, get your toe in the water on stuff like that, and it'll open doors to other stuff, too.
100%.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
One final thing. This is happening the Saturday following the food giveaway. It's the RCSTN Challenge, so Robertson County Schools. That's what that stands for. It's our fourth, but it's only the third year we've been able to do it because of the pandemic. But it's our 5K and 1 mile fun run. It's a completely nonprofit race. United Way is the fiscal agent for that, so that we can keep it a nonprofit. Don't have to, the money in is the money out as far as it goes to the schools and paying for the actual race. But what I'm really excited about, so again, that's happening Saturday, April 30th at 9 a.m. It's at the Springfield. It's on the Greenway, so we're actually starting on that bridge right there next to the water plant.
Yeah.
But we're going to run towards Garner Street. That's a new starting point. I don't know that there's been any races run from there, but we're using the fairgrounds, so that'll be a good spot for our registration, and then of course get everybody running on the Greenway. Excuse me. But one thing that I'm really excited about, J.K. Graves with Bluegrass Realty and Auction, he reached out. He goes, hey, sis. He says, he's so sweet. But he said, I've got an auction that I really want to be doing, and it's going to kind of overlap with your race. You think that'd be okay? And so we hashed out a few things. So I'm really excited because of this auction. He's going to hold the auction until 11. He's going to not start it until 11 so that we can have the race and not be competing for sound or parking spaces or any of that. But he's bringing down the feed mill. So the feed mill food truck will actually be on site as well, which is really exciting. So runners will have access to that, and anybody who's visiting. It's going to be apparently a really nice estate, guns and furniture and all kinds of stuff that he's going to have out there. So encourage you to come down. I think the auction is going to start on that Thursday. It'll run Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I think the live, again, will start on Saturday, April 30th at 11. So that will kind of follow the race.
Okay, so it'll give a window for the race, and then
Exactly.
they'll pick up the auction again. Very good, and the truck will be there as well. So
Food truck, feed mill. Yes.
Awesome, very good.
Yes.
There's just so much stuff going on, you
So
guys. And this is you need to really kind of keep in your mind that when Ace is in here on Ace and Bride is in here on 7:30 on Thursday. This is the time we kind of recap.
We do
and you
recaps.
give us the whole kind of itinerary of some of the things coming up.
Exactly.
Put this on your calendar too. First Friday
Yep.
night markets. Let's just say it again. Get this out. And I love your idea too about spreading this into the surrounding communities.
Yeah.
We forget to do that. We talk about what a cool community and what a cool downtown square we have, and then when we have events like that, we forget to invite people.
Exactly. We need to invite as many as we can,
Yeah.
again, to kind of show off our city, but also give love to those merchants that are on the square downtown that have a brick and mortar, and then those vendors who have put their heart and soul into their product, because that's a big deal. So we want them to sell out is just kind of the idea there. We want
I
them to
love
sell
it.
as much as they possibly can.
I love it. So are you going to be able to get Fairy Hair again? Is he
Yes,
coming back?
Carson's coming back. So
Uh-oh.
Tennessee Fairy Hair will be there. He purchased an all-year spot, so don't you worry. He'll be there every first Friday night market from May away until October. Of course, unless he's ill or something. But yes, he will be there. So I know that everybody enjoys him. He comes down to Donna's shop, I think, on the third Thursday, I think, is when he's coming. And Donna, she's going to get me if I didn't get that right. But anyway, it's always a good time. First Friday Night Market. It's free. It's family fun. And everybody knows to do their no rain dance, so we can have good weather.
The no rain dance, I love it. But
That's right.
But if anybody has been around Aisha, knew that she had the little sparkles in her hair, really all summer long.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you just about had to cut them out, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
They
Actually, I had
stayed.
Olivia cut them out, and Olivia does my hair, Olivia Haynes, and anyway, I said, Olivia, I'm done with the pink hair. I'm gonna be done. It was pink.
Yeah,
so
pick it out.
Exactly.
But it was fun through the summer.
It was fun. It was fun to
fun.
have. But we've got one thing that I definitely don't want to leave out, and that is Laundry Love. Laundry Love is happening tomorrow. So it's tomorrow morning, Friday, April 15th. We've got first loads go in at 8, last loads in at 11. And I want to stop and just say that recently we've had some really outstanding community support, unsolicited of sorts. I mean, the ball tournament, Terry approached me and said, what do you think? And I pitched him the idea. I pitched him a couple of ideas, and he said, I like the Laundry Love idea. So that garnered some incredible support and has set Laundry Love up for success for a long time.
Yeah.
Sharon Hargraves, she reached out and said, I got a big giant jug, one of those Crystal Springs water, 5-gallon things. If you move it, it's Laundry Love. It's yours, is what she said. But I mean, that's what it was for. And so by the grace of God and some muscles, I got that thing out of there. I think it was over $1,200 worth of change that was in there.
Are you kidding me?
Unbelievable.
That's
and then
crazy.
I think probably my favorite that just happened in the past week, Christina Swanson, she actually has been our photographer for a long time. She and her husband adopted some boys, and recently in the past, I think 2 years. And she reached out to me and she said, my son, again, this was completely unsolicited. My son led an outreach at our church, and he has collected money for Laundry Love. He said every Sunday every time they were at church, he would go up and he would ask the church members, hey, do you have some change? For my ministry. And so he brought in $400.16.
Oh my
Laundry Love.
goodness.
He's 7 years old. That's the kind of stuff that I'm like, nobody asked that kid to do that. I'm sure he and his mom and dad talked about, an opportunity to serve. But I think the funniest part was she said that if they would say, well, I don't have any change, well, he'd say, how about 100 then? So that kid's got a future in outside sales, I'm pretty sure. So
I love it.
It was really cute. But, that's just, it's wonderful to hear of our young folks who are stepping up and really supporting something that has become a lot more than just dirty laundry. I mean, there's a lot of, relationship building and resource connection that's happening. It's fellowship amongst the volunteers. We talked a little bit about kind of how Laundry Love started, how it's, the iterations it's been through, and kind of how we have landed doing it the way that we do. Some people don't understand why do people just drop their laundry off? Why don't you have some people come in? Why do you do it the way that you do it? We have it's an opportunity for us to connect with our friends. We have different roles within our volunteer structure. We've got our friends who are at the front who are, talking to each client that's coming in. Hey, do you want to come in? Would you like to stay? Are you able to stay? Some of our friends who are dropping off laundry aren't able to stay with us because they've got to take someone to a doctor's appointment. This is the only day they can come do it. It's meant to be a resource. Again, we've got a lot of our friends that use Laundry Love that will drop their laundry off. And then we've got some who want to stay and want to put their own laundry in, and who want to move their own laundry, and who want to fold their own laundry. Everybody wants to do it a different way. We've got our volunteer who does our money. We've got our volunteers who run the washers. We've got our volunteers who run the dryers. And just kind of in talking to some of the newer volunteers, they're very curious why we do things the way we do. And I said, not everyone is comfortable serving in the same way.
You bet.
There are some people who want to come and do something good, but they don't necessarily want to be talking to the clients or the friends that are coming. And that's okay. So when we look at a volunteer opportunity with Laundry Love, for instance, and I'm only bringing this up because it just recently came up,
right.
but it's an opportunity for, no matter your comfort level, whether you want to be client facing and you want to be talking to them, to everybody who's coming up, or you just really want to fellowship with other church members and other, people from other churches or other community members so that you can connect. The fellowship happens in different ways, and the support and that what you're doing for your community, it's coming out in different ways. So, if anybody ever has any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and hey, you may have a better idea on how to do this. And we welcome it. I mean, we want to be doing what we need to be doing and in the best way that we can be doing it. And if we ever think we're doing something just right or it's perfect, we're failing. So always be willing and able and receptive to change. So definitely just wanted to kind of share that little bit. But again, if you're interested in volunteering, reach out to me. Let me know where you'd like to be in that volunteer structure, because I'm happy to work with you. And
that's very much the spiritual gift message right there. We all have our own spiritual gifts. Some people
100%.
don't know what to say to people, and some people don't know how to do this. Some people are not mechanical. Some people are not real good at loading. I mean, there's just spiritual gifts things. That's what it comes down to. We all have our spiritual gift, and that just absolutely spills over into anything we do with volunteer. You've got to find your place and grow there. And you might find out that by growing where you are gifted at, then all of a sudden you think, well, I could do that.
I could do
and
that.
you get exposed.
Comfort level increases.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
we've had a couple volunteers that are just like that. They started myself, for instance. I was on the back row. I'm like, just got to learn it, just got to know, you know, and I'm back there doing that. And then, we've had other volunteers that have started in different positions, if you will. And then they're like, hey, I would be more comfortable doing, assigning numbers and talking to our friends that are coming in and unloading cars or loading cars or whatever the case may be. But we try to, create an opportunity for anyone.
I love it. Get a hold of them. And how can they get in touch with you, Miss Ace Timmermeier?
Oh, thank you for saying that. Feel free to stop by anytime. We are at the corner of 5th and Main Street, right in downtown Springfield, basement of the UT Extension office building. Our glass doors are typically open. If not, feel free to give me a call, 615-780-2511, 615-780-2511.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is 1100 WSGI, and guess what? We will be here tomorrow for Good Friday.
Oh.
Dr. David Evans is going to be here. He is going to be in the house, so looking forward to having him with us tomorrow. And blessings to Gwen Harder, who would normally join us tomorrow, but she is in Florida saying bye to her mama. She had her mama passed, and so that memorial is today. So we love you, Gwen, praying for you, and Godspeed. Thank you for joining us. This is 1100 WSGI.